So the music is in my head. Hello, I am Melikia Courtney, your podcast host for SXP Metamorphosis 365, which is a growth podcast. I have just completed episode 93. Woo! And this is a recap. So what I'm taking to doing is after I come on live just for a couple of minutes, about 10, to just to recap a little bit and invite the peoples to come be a part of what I'm doing. Subscribe to my channel, share what's there, and binge. Binge. You got 93 episodes of growth, growth, conversations, some poetry, some goofing off, and some interviews. Growth, growth. I am a certified and licensed life coach. I am mischief in the making. I'm that guy. Like for real. I love people and I am very loved by many. Thank God. I'm very grateful for that. But it's only due to my service and how I handle folk. I treat people the way I want to be treated. Okay. So having said that, episode 93 was all about the anything box. And the anything box needed something in it. So we talked about 7 pivots that help you grow exponentially. Now, I'm not about to teach what I just taught. I'm about to do that. So I'll pick one. What do the lone wolf to network mind? Okay. So I come on after the podcast and I kind of share one point to let the folks know what we talked about this episode and go press play. And if you don't get it all the way through the first time, press replay and pause and take the notes because you want to pull up with a paper and pen, or you want to pull up and just think it through, listen, take it in, see how it works for you, and put it to work for you. What my request is, you put it to work for you. Anything that you come across that's in the podcast that I've shared, if you're impacted and it makes a difference and it helps you grow, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like and to share as you listen. And be sure to email me and say, hey, listen, this really helped me XYZ. And let me know what your XYZ is. Life is sanctuary XP, X as in X-ray, P as in Paul, at gmail.com. Very simple. We trust Gmail? Email me. Life is sanctuary XP at gmail.com. I am Melikia Courtney. I am the host of SXP Metamorphosis 365 Growth Podcast. I am also the founder of Sanctuary Experience. And I do a lot of amazing things there. A lot of social impact, everything to do with growth and healing. I'm really after your heart. So it is healing, it is growth, and it is love. Because what do I do for work? I love people back to life. I love people back to life. That is what I do. And I do it consistently, which is wonderful. I have a wonderful bag of tools and some beautiful life hacks and tricks that help people to stay around a little bit longer and do a lot more great, impactful things that make a difference in their personal life, and their family life, and their community life, and their work life. This is who I am. This is what I've done, and I've done a consistent job. I have the English in the back that I'm looking forward to getting with in just a minute, but let's work through this. So, from lone wolf to network mind. That was one of the points. And your growth ceiling is tied to the rooms that you're in. You want to create mentors, peers, and thinkers. Oh my God, the thinkers. They are so necessary. Your visionary people, the people who are thinking largely and not in these cells. If you notice on your medias, life has moved into a cell life. They literally are pouring people. You look at this once, they give you 700 things of that, whatever that is. You're having a conversation, and next thing you know, your phone is right there. It's been that way for at least 12 years that I've noticed. I was talking about babysitting one day. I open up my phone, be damned if wasn't a whole bunch of babysitters with the picture. So people are being fed what they are speaking or thinking on and talking about with their friends. Well, what if there's a whole nother plate that you would like to eat from? Get you some thinkers, get you some friends, some mentors, some peers that are moving in the direction you want to move. Not people who are moving counter, not people who will destroy or wet blanket your joy and your movements. Don't do that. Clean up your peer area, but you do not need to exist as a lone wolf. There are some capable people who can help you advance and get to where you want to go. should you choose to allow them in. Yes, there are times where we need to have our wolf in place, where we need to walk quietly and alone and hear and connect spiritually, ethereally, however you need to connect, right? Mentally, heart, things like this. Sure. At the same time, there is a network of human. You know how many people on this earth? Like for real, how many of us is it? Like billions? For real, billions. So chances are there's 1, 5, 3, 12, 13 of them that are for you and that you can be for. And it's that I find. Many people who do the lone wolf life is because they have retracted, retracted, retracted. They have closed the light of themselves off. They have put on the armor, and I call it the second armor. One is the armor of God that people talking about. The other one is the armor of get away from me. The armor of stay away from my heart because I don't want to be hurt no more. Stay away from my heart. I don't trust people. Like the whole nine. There's a bunch of stories that go with it. I'm not going into that tonight right now. But it is for us to examine our stories. It is for us to identify what kind of lone wolf are you? Like for real. Take that inventory seriously. I talked about knowing yourself in that podcast as well. So go back and press play on the podcast. There's all 7 points of pivot. It's literally about the pivot. I did share a part of my life with the people on that podcast. I have had many a pivot. That is why I can speak on it as an authority because I've been through it. Not only did I go through it, I had to create methods to move through it. Okay. And I didn't do it like a weak person. I did it like a boss. I need to make boss moves. And then I refined it and I refined it and I refined it. Mentors, teachers, peers that I was speaking to you about. I went and got me some of them. I cleaned up my court because I had some gestures in my court that need to move around. And I got some folks in it that were thinking and moving in the direction in which I chose to live in. Scientists at best. I gotta test it. And some of the folks that I was like, okay, let me see if we vibe and we can make work in life and journey together. Some folks were not, they weren't worthy. They just weren't worthy. And you got to decide who is worthy in your court. You get to decide who to keep along and build them into your network and who to leverage and make life with. Who will you yield to? Who will you be willing for? Because I am very, very willing. I am very, very willing with those I choose to be willing for. I am selective about who I coach and who I train because I am pouring literally my energy, my life force, and my blood into people. All right. So I know that if I am making that investment, I want that investment to be where there can be a mutual exchange. If it's on that peer, some people you're just pouring into because you're growing and you're building them. And then to have my cup where I can be poured into from folks who have exceeded my goal point, who have exceeded, oh, I think I want to do XYZ. They done hit that mark and shot down the road. Oh, yeah, I want to be where you are. And in order to be where they are, I know I need to be the best version of me possible. That is with my inventory. That is understanding that I can't do everything by myself. It is understanding that I'm not a lone wolf, that I believe in a pack. And I'm going to trust my pack to run their roles, and I'm going to run my role. I'm going to handle my business, right? As that person seeking that mentorship, as that person seeking that coaching, as that person being accountable to my peers and holding that relationship in place, as that person pouring into the next generation and raising them up so that when they get to this point where I am, they are solid state and they can make a difference and impact forward. I am all about that impact. If you know me, if you're around me for any other time, you already know. You will grow. It is not an option because that is who I am. That's the energy I carry. You will heal. You will be metal. Your heart is going to be poked in because I'm going to poke in your heart. I want to see. I want to know what's in there. And I'm not going to hide my heart from you. You will know what's in mine. That is true exchange. That is true relationship. That is that's exchange. So a little bit of what we talked about during the podcast, moving from that lone wolf into the network mindset. It is necessary. It is just necessary. We need one another. It is important to select folks that can be needed from. Some people can't. All right. And then also important to know if you're someone who can be needed from, i.e., are you able to bring you to the table? Or are you busy tending to the wounds of your heart and your mind and your life? If you do not have it, amen. There is no shade. I got no shooting, no judgment. Everybody is where they at. Period. That's just the is. That is the is of the thing. Everybody is exactly where they are. And some people are in spots where they are at growth points. Some people are in healing points. They are so injured and so wounded and so down that they don't have a damn thing to give nobody else. They need to turn that mirror and that energy back into themselves and heal there. Some folks don't even have the tools to do that. I believe in the transmutation of stuff. Okay, spiritually, part of the work that I do with people is to help them move into a spirit realm and transmute the stuff that's going on up in there so that they can move forward. And guess what I got to do it for too? Me. I gotta sit for myself. And when like I was sharing with the people, my end of December and January was on fire. So I did what I needed to do. I started pulling back. This energy is right here for me. And let everybody know, and just go ghost people when you do that. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be moving differently here. Hey, I need more support here. Come handle this for me. I'm doing this day, but I need you to take that day, you take that day. And in this way, everything gets done, nothing falls down in a place. Maintenance, love, healing, growth. I would be derelict as hell if I was not making sure that I'm growing too. I sit in the chairs, I do student. And not only do I do student, I do it greatly in the sense of when I sit in the chair, I'm the idiot in the scenario, not necessarily dumb and all, but I know to delete. Boop, I don't know nothing. I am the student. And even if I've been teaching it and practicing it for 20 years in that chair as a student, as being mentored, guess what I'm fit to do? I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm gonna hit the blank slate, boop. And I'm gonna get my pen and paper out, my clickety clicky notebook and phone, and I'm gonna take these notes like I never heard this in my life, so that I can learn from my mentors, so that I can be poured into and receive what I need to. And it is the exact same expectation that I have for the people that I coach. Listen, you may have been working in this field for 8 years, but you're in my chair for a reason. Let's have that conversation, and let's suspend everything you think you know because everything you knew got you exactly right here. And ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful place to be, especially if you're sitting across from me. Wonderful place to be. Now let's clean, poke, look around here, fortify, build, create, and then turn you loose and see what you do. I have turned people loose to do amazing things that have impacted the world. Thank God. That's just because I'm willing. Got no ego, no areas. I was happy to help. Get the picture? So, all that said to say, go press play. SXP Metamorphosis 365 is the podcast. Subscribe to my channel and go find it and go ahead and binge 93, 93, 93 FREE 3 episodes. Darlings, I charge 250 now. Yes, I do, because I can. That's the kindness. That's the lower end of things, all right? More for other things. You get it 93 times for the free. Just press play. And actually, let me say it clearly. I'll say better than that. Not just for the free. It is for the cost of your attention because it costs you time and attention. That's your most valuable resource is your time. It's my time. And I am happy and willing to share my time with you. I am happy to remove the excuses that people use to not grow. I can afford it. You can afford to sit down with a pen and paper and binge and get your growth tools in. I pay quite a bit for my learning, and I will continue to do so because I'm a worthy investment, as are you. Get it? All right. I said I got to have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna go smile at little people and get some hugs, and I'll call it a night. It's been a beautiful, beautiful day. I hope you had a beautiful day too. Thanks for pulling up and hi, hey. It's the letters I swear it feels like they're getting smaller and smaller. God is gonna help me. Have a beautiful night. Bye, y'all.